Hi yoga friends, I'm Sarah Mapes. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's flow is designed to ease pain in your lower back through your hips and your shoulders. It's gentle. We're not going to get up off of our mats. We're going to stay down low and use lots of props. The props that we're going to need are a bolster, a block, a strap, and a blanket, or even 2 or 3. If you don't happen to have a block, you could use some books at home. You can use a pillow or a couple of pillows. An old bathrobe strap or a necktie would work for a belt. And I'm assuming that you have blankets around your house. I'm sitting on 2 folded blankets, and I'm sitting on the edge so that my spine is sitting up nice and tall. So find the right amount of lift for your body. It will be individual and different for everybody. So find your props and let's get started. So sitting tall on your blankets or a bolster or a block, feeling the length in your spine with your hands resting on your thighs. Take a few breaths. Feel into your body. Observe where it aches. Don't change anything necessarily, but observe it. Be aware of your body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and lift your arms up to the sky. Feel the length in your spine. Look up towards your fingers. On an exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Let's do it again. Inhale your arms up. Exhale back to heart center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time, when we lift our hands up, take hold of your left wrist and pull it towards your right side, feeling a good stretch in your left side body. Take a couple of breaths here. And then coming back through center, take hold of your right wrist. Pull it over towards your left side body. Take a couple of breaths here, feeling into your right side. Coming back up through center, bringing your hands back down to your knees. Round out your back. And then take your hands and clasp them together behind you. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So clasping your hands, and then we'll lift our chest, but we'll do it from that sitting position where we're on the edge of whatever it is that we're sitting on. So clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your chest. And then bring your arms forward like you're holding a beach ball. Round out your spine. Take your hands behind you, clasp them together. Lift your chest. Let's do 2 more. Rounding out your spine. Clasping your hands behind you. Lifting your chest. Last one, rounding out your spine. Clasping your hands behind you. Inhale as you lift your chest. And then from here, scooch off of whatever you're sitting on. Take your legs to one side so that your knees are about a foot apart. And then my legs are on the right side of my body, and I'm going to twist away from my legs over towards the left. As I inhale, and I think about creating space. And as I exhale, I'm going to think about twisting just a little bit further, moving into that space. Come back around, take a tiny little counter twist, scoot your legs over to the other side of you. Gotta get my props out of the way. Taking your legs over to the other side so your knees are about a foot apart. Sitting up tall, twisting away from your legs, twisting towards the right. As you inhale, create space. And as you exhale, twist a little bit further and move into that space you just created. Take a little counter twist. And then come back to center. Coming up onto all fours. This might be a good place if you have any knee pain to put a blanket under your knees. I'm going to do a little bit of cat-cow here. Placing your hands so that they're firmly underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips and about hip width apart. Inhale, lower your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, curve your back. Inhale, lower your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, curve your back. Inhale, lower your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, curve your back. Inhale, lower your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, curve your back. And then coming out of cat-cow, coming back onto your knees into a child's pose, if that feels good. And if it doesn't, keep your bottom lifted and just stretch your arms out long in front of you, coming into puppy pose. Take your hands over to the left side, feeling the stretch in your right side body. Then coming back through center. Take your arms over to the right side. Feel a stretch in your left side body. Coming back through center. With your right hand down on the mat, take your left arm underneath and bring your shoulder down to the mat. This is called thread the needle. Feel this twist and this stretch in your spine. Take a few breaths here. Then coming back through center, take your left hand out long. Take your right arm underneath it, stretching out long, feeling into this stretch as we thread the needle on the other side. Coming back to center, we're going to come to a sitting position, Dandasana. You might find that your Dandasana is better sitting on a blanket, and if that's the case, that's totally fine. Find what feels right for you. It's all about what feels right in your body. You know best what's right for your body. Sitting up tall in Dandasana, our shoulders come down. Our shoulder blades come back together slightly. Put your hands down on your mat. And then as you inhale, lift your arms up tall, as far as they'll go. And then forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Reaching towards our toes, lengthening our spine. This might be a good place to use a strap. If you can't reach your toes, sometimes it feels good just to be reaching towards something. And feeling into this stretch. Keep looking towards your toes. If you look down at your legs, your spine will start to round out. But if you look forward towards your toes, you'll keep reaching. So just keep reaching here. Looking forward towards our toes. Feeling into this stretch. Take a few breaths here. And as you come out of this stretch, set your strap aside. Scooch whatever you're sitting on out of the way. Come back down onto your back. Straighten out your left leg. Hug your right knee into your chest. Feeling into this. And then gently start to take your leg in circles. 3 going one direction. 3 going the other direction. And then if it's accessible, take hold of the outside of your right foot and bring it up into a half happy baby. If this isn't, just take hold of the back of your right thigh, feeling into this stretch. Then gently release your leg, straighten your right leg out. Bring your left knee in, hugging it into your chest. And then gently start to take your knee into some circles. 3 going one direction, and then 3 going the other direction. Straighten your leg out, take your arms out long overhead, feeling as long and as tall as you possibly can. And then bend both knees, hug them into your chest. Maybe rock back and forth across your spine if that feels good. And then taking your legs out long in front of you, take your right knee across your body and your right arm out so that you're in our first supine twist for today's practice. Bringing your knee back to center, straightening it out on your mat. Bring your left knee in, take it across your body. Take your gaze out over to your left side. So your gaze is going the opposite direction from your leg. Taking your leg out long, slowly roll over onto a side, gently make your way up to a sitting position. So you might bring your blankets back to sit on. You might sit on a block, maybe a pillow. We're going to take eagle arms. So taking your arms out to the side, take your right arm underneath your left, crossing your arms, and maybe this is where you stay today. If you're still okay, continue and twist your arms a second time, and then lifting your arms so that they're up in front of your face. Take your gaze a little bit out to one side, finding your drishti, your spot to gaze at. Feel this stretch through your shoulders. Take a few breaths here. Gently unwrap your arms, taking them back out to the sides. This time, take your left arm underneath your right, and then fold your arms and either bring them just like this or wrap them the second time, and then lifting your arms up so that they're right in front of your face. Take your gaze out to the side. Find a spot to gaze at. Breathe into it. Feel this stretch in your shoulders. Unwrapping your hands, bringing them back down to your sides. We're going to do cow face arms next, and I'm going to show this with my back facing you so that you can see what your arms are doing. You can stay sitting on your blankets or a block or your bolster. This might be a good place for your strap, aka your old necktie or a bathrobe strap. Taking your strap, placing it over your left shoulder. Take your right arm up overhead, reach it back behind and take hold of your strap. And then take your left arm up to the strap and see how close you can work your fingers together. You can, if your hands touch, that's great. You can just grab your hands. But if not, use a strap. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe into this stretch. Releasing your arms on that side, bringing your strap over to your other side. This time taking your left arm up overhead, reaching back for your strap, bringing your right arm up to meet it from underneath. Our arms are going to be different. Your reach and what you can grasp is going to be different from side to side. But take hold of the strap, work your way up until either your hands meet or you're just as close as you can get. Wherever you're at today is a good place to be. Take a few breaths here. Gently release your arms. Take your strap off your shoulder. Scoot your strap out to the side. Come back to Dandasana. Maybe you're sitting on a blanket in your Dandasana. And then bend your right knee out to the side, bringing your right foot to your left thigh. We're going to come into Janu Shirshasana. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, reaching towards your left toes. Again, this might be a good place to use a strap if you can't quite reach your toes. And as you fold forward, look towards your toes, lengthening your spine. Coming back up to sitting, straighten your right leg out. Take your left knee, bend it out to the side. Place your left foot on your right thigh. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Reach towards your right toes. Looking forward towards your toes. Feeling the lengthening in your spine. Take a few breaths here. Then coming back up to a sitting position, bend your right knee, placing your foot flat on your mat. Take your right hand behind you, and then take your left arm around your knee and gently twist towards the right. Let your torso lead, let your head follow last. It's always harder to breathe in a twist, but do it anyway. Don't forget to breathe. Take a little counter twist. Straighten out your right leg, bending your left knee, placing your left foot flat on the mat. Placing your left hand behind you, take hold of your left knee and gently twist towards the left. Coming back to our Dandasana, grab your block and lay down flat on your back. We're going to come into a supported bridge pose. So take the block, might be the lowest setting, might be the medium one, might be the highest one. You pick what's right for you. Place it just underneath your sacrum. Be this magic spot and you'll know that you're in the right spot. And don't turn your head and look around like I just did. Look straight up. It's what's good for your neck. Take your arms out to the side. Just relax into this posture. And breathe. then lifting your pelvis up, taking your block out from underneath you. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your legs out long. Stretch your arms out overhead. Feeling as long as you can. As long and as tall. Full body stretch. Then bring your knees back into your chest. And then take both legs over to your left side. Open your arms out. Take your gaze over to the right. Gaze is going the opposite direction as your knees. If this is at all uncomfortable, you could roll a blanket or a towel and slide it into your low back. Might make it a little bit more comfortable. And it might feel great just as it is. But listen to your body. Bringing your knees back to center, taking them across the body to the right side, taking your gaze over to the left side. Bringing your knees back to center, hugging them into your chest. And then if it's accessible and comfortable, take holds of the outsides of both feet. Take your knees out to the sides, coming into a full happy baby. Rock back and forth across your spine if that feels good. And then from here, straighten your legs out on your mat, coming into Shavasana. If this is uncomfortable or doesn't feel good to your back, then you could either roll a blanket and slide it underneath your lower thighs just above your knees, or you could take a bolster and put it underneath your legs. And just let your legs rest on top of it. Hopefully that will put you at a little bit different angle and help you to feel comfortable in our Shavasana. Take your arms out to the sides with your palms facing towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. Let everything in your body relax. Soften your forehead and your jaw. Soften your shoulders and your torso. Soften your legs. Relax your hands and your feet. Let the floor and your mat come up to support your body. Relax. Gently start to bring feeling back into your fingers and your toes. Scoot your bolster out of the way, or your blankie. Take your arms out long, feeling a full body stretch. And then roll over onto one side, resting your head on your arms, bringing your knees into a little fetal position. Slowly push your way up to a seated position on your mat. Bringing your hands to your knees, sitting up tall. Take your hands across your heart. Take one big inhale, and then a releasing breath. Bring your palms together at heart center. You took the time to come to your mat. You took care of yourself. Taking care of yourself will help you to lift and take care of everyone around you. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me. If you like this practice, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you again on the mat soon. Bye.